Oh, Jack. Did you hear that?
Sam.
Did you hear that? That crisp slapping sound? Because the
I'll
whole
slap
world.
you, dude.
Dude, you'll slap me?
Yeah, I'll slap you.
You'll
Don't talk about
slap
my
me.
woman.
Dude, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
Don't do it.
Dude.
Yeah.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth, Jack.
Oof.
Yeah.
Sorry, Will.
Dude. Whoa. Will Smith.
What got into him?
I think just accumulation of everything, dude. Mm-hmm. Dude, the person he really wanted to slap was sitting to his left. That's how I feel about it.
I mean, yeah, it definitely played that way.
Yeah,
you know, at least as far as how historic that event.
If there's anything I gotta say about Oscars 2022 is that the Oscars have sunk so low that for them to be talking about a man has to assault another man on stage and have no consequence.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's exactly right.
That's how to keep the Oscars relevant.
They should just do cage fighting in between the awards.
Honestly, yeah.
Have the actors come in and like fight, do challenges.
That's what Dana White said.
Yeah.
He's like, finally, an Oscars that people like want to watch.
Well, I mean, it's a fact that the Oscars have sucked for, we're coming up on probably a decade.
Yeah, 10 years easily.
It's like, we're not, I didn't watch it. I didn't even think about watching it. I didn't even realize it was the Oscars till you texted me because you were at work and it was on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, no, I'm not. But this, obviously, I mean, it's everything. It's the thing that everybody's talking about, you know?
Yeah.
It's like when they fucked up giving
La La Land the Oscar. Dude,
but like 10 times more interesting.
There's been so many fuck-ups at the Oscars. Also, here's the thing about the stage. I don't even know if it's in the same theater anymore. Because, like, I've been to that theater. It's pretty fucking cool to just be like, whoa, in Los Angeles at that theater.
So here's the thing.
The Dolby, I think it is.
I think so, yeah. And, like, I mean, again, I don't really
But it looked
know.
like it was in a theater that Coca-Cola sponsored.
Right. And I don't know anything about how it actually works or whatnot, but I assume the judges right there, some sort of...
Here's how I think it works, all right? So the Golden Globes, everything is voted by the Associate Press. So journalists and critics get together and they vet it and they all vote for this stuff, you know? And I think the Golden Globes have so much more merit because they have an award for comedy and musicals for Best Picture. And then also television is recognized in those nights. So the Golden Globes for me, for years now, has been the most, like, the top tier award ceremony for filmmaking because it's also a global recognition, not just Hollywood productions, which they've had to back up off of their own fucking high horse. The Academy has, like, smelling their own assholes because of that very reason, where people are like, they've been asking that question too much now, where it's just like, why are you guys taking the 10 best American movies and calling them the best picture of the year when you have an entire globe of people making movies and stuff? And then they gave Parasite the best picture, and the amount of times that you can see right through.
Well, it's like putting Black Panther in there.
Yeah. You know, like,
they've been so dismissive of superhero movies. And granted, Black Panther was totally different, right? It was a totally different experience, but also it never had a chance to win, you know? So, like,
we'll give you best costumes.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite movies of all time, and yet I just felt so, like, I mean, it wasn't disrespectful, but it felt just like, I don't know, like, we acknowledge that this was a big thing for people, you know, instead of just being like, hey, this is a fucking awesome movie, and, like, examining why it's an awesome movie. It's so subjective. And, like, the awards are coming from, like, prestigious. They're not even creative.
I don't even know who the fucking Academy is.
They haven't even. Well, again, I don't actually know. I mean, maybe.
But here's my theory of how it works for them. So, like, you know, for the past, like, 10, 12 years, movies have been winning left and right that you never fucking hear about. You never hear about them. You don't know where the fuck this came from, who made this movie, why, you know, all of a sudden, and they all get released in, like, the couple months before the Oscars. No advertising. And what I think happens is the studio picks that movie early on to be like, this is our Oscar runner, and they spend the money that they would have spent towards advertising, like a blockbuster, they spend that all on a for-your consideration campaign, and all a for-your consideration campaign is trying to just throw as much money at the Academy to try and get your movie to win. You know, so it's essentially you can be like the Yankees and buy the best picture.
Right.
You know, Weinstein's done it several times. That's why Shakespeare in Love over Saving Private Ryan makes no fucking sense in any fucking timeline, you know, except for the one where Harvey Weinstein pays all the money to the Academy to win that movie Best Picture.
Right.
You know? And so, like, last night, I'll give you the quick rundown. Dune won for all the technical stuff. All right. Well, the thing about Dune is that is probably the most artistic, but like a very artistically driven cinematic sci-fi movie, you know, whereas, you know, you think Marvel and Star Wars, all that stuff, it's very blockbuster driven. And I get that discrepancy, but, you know, Denis Villeneuve really spent a lot of time to make sure this movie was just like the most beautiful piece of art he could make. And so they're just like, all right, well, because of that, it's a great movie, but let's just give it all the technical awards. So best cinematography, editing, costumes. Oh, wait, no, not costumes. What was it? Best cinematography, editing. I have it right here in front of me. I have fucking the Oscars right here. And I don't get how IMDb works sometimes, dude. It's stupid.
Yeah, you lost.
Well,
have the woods proven too dense?
No, it's just stupid, dude. Oscars 2022.
There we go.
It just doesn't give me the full fucking list. Just give me the list.
IMDb, we are critical. We're critical of your product, even though we use it all the time.
Cinematography, editing, production design. Yeah, best costumes went to Cruella. Who saw that movie? Best sound was Dune. Music, so Hans Zimmer got the best music. And then visual effects, which I'm happy with that because there's the 5 movies that were nominated. Dune, Free Guy, No Time to Die, Shang-Chi, and Spider-Man. I'm glad Dune did because I liked that movie. It's better than every year we get Marvel movies only get nominated for best visual effects, and they never win. They lose to some sort of art house fucking movie that you've never heard of. Ex Machina, where did that come from? You had Mad Max blowing up real cars, and The Revenant, where they were doing one takes, where Leo's getting attacked by 5 people to simulate a bear. You know, no, Ex Machina, because we put one girl in a green suit. Doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah.
But Dune won all that stuff. And then Academy Award winner, Billie Eilish, Jack, for Best Original Song for No Time to Die. Encanto won Best Animated. Okay. And then when it got down to the big ones, all right, so that's Best Acting in leading roles, and then Best Directing, Best Picture, all right? So when I saw Dune win, just sweep all the technical stuff, I'm like, there's no chance it's winning Best Picture. Denis is not getting Best Director. So then it was up to 2 more movies. Coda, which is an Apple TV Plus movie, and The Power of the Dog, which I had only just recently heard about. But just like all these movies, you don't fucking hear about them until they come out. And then it's like, okay, I guess that wins. I spent all of last year watching all of these movies. I picked my favorite, what I think would be the best movie of the year. But okay, the one that came out that nobody's heard about or talking about. Yeah, okay, we'll give it to, whatever, Nomadland. We'll give it to fucking Parasite. Yeah, sure, why not? It's out of nowhere.
Yeah. Good, you know why? Because Jeremy Renner's a nomad.
Yeah.
So Jeremy Renner runs.
Jeremy Renner is the Academy.
The Academy.
Jeremy Renner is the Academy.
So he's like, that name's awesome.
He's like, no, we're not putting any of my movies in there. We're not going to put the Avengers in Best Picture running, you know, even though I'm in it. You know, Hawkeye's not gonna get Best Supporting Actor.
I'm gonna pick Nomadland. You know why? Because I'm a nomad. What won Best Picture?
So here's the lead up to it. So it was like Best Actress in a Leading Role was Jessica Chastain for something. The Eyes of Tammy Faye. I've never seen that or heard of it.
Oh, it's an awesome movie, dude.
Will Smith, after smacking the shit out of Chris Rock, 10 minutes later goes up there and wins for King Richard. Which I don't want to see that movie. I don't want to see that movie. Yeah, I want to see the movie about Venus and Serena Williams' dad, not the women who got the achievements, the guy who trained them and made them fucking practice tennis in the rain. Yeah. You know what else? What other movie I'd like to see? The movie about Joe Jackson, not the Jackson 5, Joe Jackson, just whipping the shit out of Michael. You're
a Joe Jackson guy.
Yeah, and also Beyonce and Solange's dad. That's Mr. Knowles. Gotta watch the movie about how he made them great. Not let them have their achievement. It's about their dad. Fuck it. But they were involved. I don't care. It's just, that seems like such a stupid fucking movie to me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to watch about the dad, not the dude who achieved. The dude who made the girls achieve. Fuck you. But he won for that, and then during his acceptance speech, it was the most fucking ridiculous thing where he's just like, Richard Williams was a vicious defender of his family. That's his opening line. And it's like, dude, you laughed. You laughed at Chris Rock's joke, which wasn't even that great of a joke, you know?
Right.
So it's like one of those things where, Jada definitely kicked him in the leg. And it was just like, go up there and hit him. And he's just like, fuck, I'm not going to hear the end of this if I don't hit this guy.
And yet now he won't hear the end of it for the rest of his career. He might have
fucked himself completely with that.
That was Jada's big move. She paid Chris Rock to say that so that she could just set Will up for total defeat.
Yeah.
The ultimate. She hasn't humiliated him enough over the past couple
no,
years.
she has to destroy this man.
She and Jeremy Renner got together. They brought in Chris Rock. They knew it was going to work because Will already doesn't like Chris Rock. Actually, no, he loves Chris Rock. So this is going to break him to hit his favorite comedian in front of the world.
Yeah.
And now Chris Rock hates Will Smith. Do you think Chris Rock hates Will Smith? Or do you think they talked it out and they just both hate Jada?
I don't know, man. Like, that's the thing, is I don't know.
Or was it all staged? Was it start to finish?
I initially thought that.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Somebody showed me at the bar the little clip, and it was like, it has to be a bit. Like, they're buddies. You know, Will Smith, he didn't do stand-up, but he came up in comedy. So it's like, they're kindred spirits. They've probably acted together, and so it's like, what's up with that? It's got to be a bit. But when he started yelling in the uncensored version, you're just like, oh, it's not a bit. Also, this is a baby boy man.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's so clear that he just wanted to wind up and just clock Jada out of her chair. For all of this red table talk bullshit, and then encouraging his kids to be fucking weird, this stuff. He has nothing at home. Oh. He has nothing at home.
It's a real mess for the Smiths. But when is it not?
Yeah.
When is it not?
I don't know, but what it would have been pretty great is if, and I'm sure it got done immediately after this moment happened. Somebody clipping that and then playing it over that right when he slaps Chris Rock, he goes, "Welcome to Earth." I've definitely seen the edits where it's like it freeze frames on the slap and it's everybody hates Chris. It is gonna be the most memed thing of 2022.
Oh my God.
And I mean, it's crazy too. Like
these two.
Jason Alexander of all people on Twitter was like, what's crazy today is that instead of Ukraine or any other real issues in this world, every single person is talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock.
I've talked to every client about it today.
I was up late texting people ad nauseum. I was on the memes. I was on the Twitters. And boy, the stand-up community is boiling.
Oh, yeah.
But before I get into that, so how the lead up went was, so Dune out of the running. So it gets to Best Director. And the woman wins for The Power of the Dog. And I go, that's not winning Best Picture. Coda's going to win Best Picture. And guess what Coda did? It fucking won Best Picture. And
what is Coda?
So it's a movie. I just looked up the little bit of the summary. And Coda stands for Child of Deaf Adults. So it's two deaf parents raising a kid, and they have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And it's got Marlee Matlin, who was the deaf woman in Seinfeld, and a different guy who won Best Supporting Actor, and he did his entire speech in sign language because he's actually deaf. And then the acceptance speech for Coda was done entirely in sign language. But it was so annoying in the bar, dude, because there's no subtitles, no sound. So, and they had Lady Gaga and Liza Minnelli out there. And Liza Minnelli has like Parkinson's bad.
Oh, really?
Or at least some kind of degenerative disease where she is shaking and having the hardest time talking. And it's so crazy to see her like that when, you know, you think of Liza Minnelli in Arrested Development, you know, having vertigo.
Right, yeah.
You know, but you see that and you're just like, wow, shit. Oof. It sucks for her. But she opens the envelope, or Lady Gaga opens the envelope for her. She glances at it, says something. I can't read her lips. And then people just start standing up and, like, you know, cheering and all this stuff. But then everybody in the audience is doing this. And I'm just like... and they don't put up a chyron. There's no chyron saying who won. And I'm just like, for like 5 minutes straight while these people are going up to the stage, I'm like, who the fuck won? Who won? Who won? And it took like for the second persons to start talking and getting their for their acceptance speech for them to flash up the title Coda. I'm like, oh, thanks. Thank you, ABC, for being right on the ball with that.
So everybody in the audience
was doing this because that's like
clapping
ASL for clapping. Yeah. So. But they did the entire speech in sign language.
You're like, why are they doing this?
Like, what are you doing? Because I didn't know CODA stood for Child of Deaf Adults.
Right.
So the whole movie is dedicated to deaf people.
You thought all of Hollywood just stood up and started going like this.
I'm just like, okay, I guess because, we saw the deaf guy earlier, so I saw that going on. But, like, everybody doing this for, like, 5 minutes straight while everybody has to get on stage. Take forever to get on stage. And I'm just like, what won? What won, though? What? All right, I need to know. And then, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah. Thank you for telling me sooner. You know, it's fucking annoying.
Sounds like you had a rough Oscars this year, man.
I don't know why. Seriously, I get invested in the Oscars, even though I fucking hate it, the same way you get invested in the Jaguars. Where it's like, you're not going to like it. The outcome's not going to be good for you.
It's not for fun.
It's not for fun, but I'm there.
Oh, I love it. I'm so happy you are a fan of the Oscars, you know? It's fun.
I have opinions
you do.
every year.
You do.
I always have opinions. First things first, Jack, you and I should be just hosting the Oscars in perpetuity.
Oh, okay.
We would nail it. We would crush it so hard. Yeah. Because we're the biggest fans of all that shit.
True.
All right? Maybe not all those specific movies, but cinema in general.
We're the biggest fans.
We're the biggest fans. Nobody's a bigger fan of cinema in Hollywood than Sam Butler and Jack Anderson. We said it right here on DMT Reviews. There's no bigger fans.
It's truth.
You're not a bigger fan. But no, we would crush it in a way that I think wouldn't feel so fucking fake. Because last night it was Regina Hall, Wanda Sykes, and Amy Schumer. And Amy especially just felt the most forced.
Yeah.
Everything seems so forced by these people who aren't.
Do you think she just wants to get back with Jess and Nick? She's just in her head.
She just had a baby with her husband.
She wants to get funky with Jess.
No, she already did that. She's got that done. But she did hang from wires in a crappy Spider-Man costume, and that was not fun.
Did you not like it?
It was not fun for me.
Why? Come on.
Because it's forced.
She's a Spider-Man.
It's so forced.
She's a Spider-Man.
No, she's not, Jack.
She could do it.
Why are you doing this to me right now? The Oscars weren't enough.
I want to change your mind.
No.
I want to point out the silver lining in these things.
No, that's called gaslighting. When you're just openly finding every silver lining while somebody's ranting. Yeah. It's like, no, I'm an optimist. I'm just finding the silver lining. It's like, no, you're being an invalidating dick is what you're doing.
So what do you think, man? Oscars, give it a rating.
A 2.
Hey, it got 2 stars.
It would usually get 0.
but because
of the slap, it gets 2. It gets 2 full ones. And, but yeah, no, it was very frustrating Oscars. And I got to say, man.
Do you think people are going to try and slap Will Smith in public?
I think everybody's slapping him online.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like I would love to see. I would love to see a publicity statement from him or Chris Rock.
I know.
Their publicists. I want to see like a statement.
But they probably have both gone just on some vacation because they're super rich, so they can just go wherever they want.
Yeah, or also just not say anything.
Hide out for a while. What if you slapped somebody at the Oscars? What would you do?
No, this is what I was going to say for us to do when we're hosting the Oscars. Like, really, like, second time, all right? We'll be the new Polar and Faye, okay? It'll be Butler and Anderson.
Love it.
You know, the Trill of Gorillas just hosting the Oscars every year, all right? And then it's going to go through an arc, you know? And that arc is wrestling. Like, you know, how wrestling has arcs. And it's like, we'll make up some fake off-camera beef. And then, like, the second time, you know, Mikey Pikes and the Alley-Gangster come out of their cages. And then we just fucking have a balls-to-the-wall match in between an award.
I love it.
And just be like, keep my bike's name out of your fucking mouth. But we just, like, tear up the stage. People are like, I thought these guys were friends. And it's like,
oh, no.
We're the worst of enemies.
That's right.
We're collaborators. We're business partners, but we fucking hate each other.
The bit goes too far.
Yeah,
it's gonna get wild.
Yeah, it's just like we'll be up there on stage, just like presenting as like, and so, you know, coming to the stage, you know, we got some fine actors. We grew up with you people. You people, your work is what brought us to this stage. Without you, there would be no us. And then you just punch me in the face over your shoulder, just pratfall super hard,
Just shove you into the audience.
We make it a staple of the Oscars to have one big brawl between us per year.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, like blood gets involved, everything. Like you and I really go for it.
Right.
It's like we were talking about before, where it's like, you know, if somebody slaps you, your immediate reaction is to slap them 800 times harder.
Yeah.
You want to break their neck. Chris Rock, man of metal.
That's right.
He's a man of very strong metal.
Yes.
But, you know, the immediate reaction would be like, I'm going to fucking kill this guy, you know, but it escalates. And it's like, all it takes is for one of us to make contact and then it escalates. And then we'll just be like, all right, we tap and then go to the next award.
That makes sense. I like
It's
it.
like fucking Meryl Streep comes walking out. I'm like, what the hell was that? You know?
I'm pretty down with it.
Yeah.
Jeremy Renner, get a hold of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who everybody would appreciate getting slapped at the Oscars?
Who?
Everybody who's been Me Too'd. Like, just parade them out. If the Oscars really wanted to be so fucking self-aggrandizing and self-righteous as they want to be,
Of course.
it is like, seriously, if you really like watching people jerk off, watch the Oscars.
Yeah.
Skip Pornhub completely, go straight to the Oscars.
Yeah.
Because that's where you get the real jerking.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, man. It's they definitely they haven't pulled it back. You know what I mean? They haven't taken any social cues. I don't think they've had any like changes since it started sucking, you know?
No.
Because I think within Hollywood, it's like a big enough deal. It's like the club, right? Like so many people are still really famous. Really
It's the
care.
perfect microcosm example of like, you do something wrong, people call you out for it, and then you radically overcorrect in such an obvious way. And it's so to be pandering and just be like, oh, you know, we can't lose this viewership. We're basically the Super Bowl of Hollywood.
Right, exactly.
And I mean, that's how I treat it. I watch it like a sports thing, which I actually came up with a sketch for it. So we'll discuss that later. But sorry, that was nasty.
Yeah, that's pretty intense.
Really nasty, but it had to be done.
We got to make a sound bite of it.
I'm just me just sucking down this green snot, you know, from this goddamn cold that just won't leave.
Play it over and over.
No, not gonna do it.
It's gonna happen.
No. But anyways, every single move that they've done in recent years has been so fucking obvious. Like giving Moonlight the Academy Award over La La Land. They're like, well, that's a movie about a gay black kid. You know, got to give it to that. Not the expertly crafted movie that is a love letter to Los Angeles and show business and everybody who dreams, a.k.a. all the people in this room.
True.
No. We're not going to give it to that. No, we're going to give it to the black bummer. Not a white bummer this year. It's a black bummer.
That's true.
And then that was the year. That was the same year after the whole hashtag Oscars so white. You know, so they gave it to a gay and black. So they're like, we covered the LGBTs and the people of color.
That's what you call a double check right there.
And then What, Green Book was another one.
The Green Book.
I've heard that's very good, though.
Yeah.
You know, which is crazy because Peter Farrelly directed it, and he's known for Dumb and Dumber. So,
but you know, it's Vigo and Mahershala, so it's like, how could it not be?
Vigershala, you know,
Vigershala.
they're the power couple.
Vigershala.
Vigershala. But like, you know, for years now,
Blade and Aragorn are going to team up,
dude.
It's going to be
Viggo
awesome.
Mortensen as Aragorn in
He's going to kill Kit Harington and become the Black Knight.
no doubt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be sad, but also like really cool.
He's gonna kill him with what's the name of that sword?
I can't remember.
Thrandir?
Yeah, no, that's that's who Gandalf is, I think.
Really? Oh, that's right. Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
Whatever it is. Jack, you should know. You've watched these movies a million times.
I know. I don't pay attention to the swords. I pay attention to the people, dude.
People.
To the people and the hobbits, the elves, and
They
the
have
dwarves.
reduced. They have reduced the. That's one good thing. They have reduced the number of. Oh no, they haven't. Never mind.
Oh.
The number of Best Picture nominees is still 10.
Yep.
Like that is such a bullshit thing. Every other category gets 5, but Best Picture, and it's because of The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight got snubbed in 2008. Well, it's 2009 technically. And so they were like, well, people were upset about that. So let's just open it up to be like 10 movies, huh? That just lowers the honor of nominations.
I know, right? Exactly. Because that's the thing is like The Dark Knight, if the argument is people are upset it wasn't even on there, people should be upset it didn't win. You know what I mean? Like it should be there to win. If there's 10 of them, that doesn't change. I mean, the one that's going to win is going to be the same one if there's 5 or 10.
Well, it made 2009 all the more frustrating. So I guess the following year would be 2010's like Oscars for 2009. Because that year, that was the year that pissed me off. That's when I was like really first getting hip to movies pissing me off, winning. Because Slumdog Millionaire won that 2008 Oscars, or 2009, whatever. You know what I mean. For the year 2008, Slumdog Millionaire won. I just rewatched that recently. It's still very good.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight is better. Much better. It's number 3 of all time, according to all audiences.
That's true. You
Then-
love it, dude.
Then the following year, you had movies. Actually, I could just pull that up. 2010. You had A Serious Man with the Coen brothers directing Richard Sackler, Michael Stuhlbarg. You had The Blind Side, District 9, Up in the Air, Up, Precious, and Education. Never heard of that. And then The Hurt Locker and Inglourious Bastards and Avatar.
Gotcha.
So
Hurt Locker won though, right?
yes.
Okay.
And have you seen Hurt Locker?
I mean, like once when it first came out.
That's all it's worth. One watch.
But it's Jeremy Renner.
It's Jeremy Renner. Dude.
He's a
Jeremy
nomad.
Renner. But
He's a
you
nomad.
have Avatar, which blew everybody's fucking minds. Like, collectively, I thought that movie was going to win Best Picture just because of audience favor. I personally wanted District 9 or Inglourious Bastards to win Best Picture. Inglourious Bastards, like, blew my fucking mind because, for one, Tarantino pretty purposely false advertised that this movie would be about Brad Pitt.
Right.
Brad Pitt's maybe in 20% of the movie. And then the other 80% is done completely in foreign language and subtitles. He tricked everybody into going to see basically a European movie. And I love that.
There you go, Quentin.
I love that.
I mean, you say all these titles, these are all cool movies. I'm into all of them. They're all like interesting and exciting and like, you know, Avatar is space, District 9 is aliens, fucking what was the other one? Hurt Locker is war.
A Serious Man, the
Man.
Jewiest movie of all time.
Well, but it's a Coen Brothers movie,
Yeah.
right? So like it's an interesting
The
style.
Blind Side.
The Blind Side.
Up in the Air. Up. Straight up.
And
An
I think-
animated movie was nominated for Best Picture.
Hey, you
of the
know,
year.
and that's what it should be. It should be a diverse slate of films. And yeah, it feels like now at this point, like Dune was the most unique movie on the slate.
And
you know?
probably the most viewed of anybody that year.
Right. It feels like they can't give it to Dune because of that, but I feel like it's the reason to give it to Dune.
Yeah.
You should base it on what the most people, like you should balance it between what did the
Oh,
best.
but that's for the People's Choice Awards,
Yeah.
Jack.
I guess that's
That's
not,
the MTV Movie Awards. This is the Oscars. This is where real cinema comes through.
right. Yeah, they're basically saying we decide what the best movies are for this like 0.03% of the population. We choose it, we decide, and like you were saying with all these foreign films and stuff, and all of you have to agree that we're right. Because like the movies are typically like good. I never regret watching a movie that won the Oscars, or was nominated, but I also like they're like Best Picture, the movie that like will live with me for the rest of my life.
Most of the time it's like a one-off, you won't give a shit.
Right. Oh, almost every time.
Every time.
Mm-hmm.
So like here you have last year we got Nomadland wins. We reviewed Judas and the Black Messiah.
Great movie.
We haven't seen Minari, Sound of Metal. I haven't seen Trial of Chicago 7. I think you have you?
Yeah, I don't want to.
Mank, never heard of that. Promising Young Woman, and The Father. Never heard of any of those fucking movies. And Nomadland came out right then, and only in the Aztec Theater downtown. It's the only place that was showing it in all of Colorado. So it's like, okay, so how do you want me to see this? I guess it was on Hulu, but still.
Right.
It's one of those things. And Judas and the Black Messiah, I felt way more powerful and poignant if the Oscars want to get that way. Nomadland, okay, Frances McDormand is homeless after the housing crisis. Cool. She shits in a bucket. That's Best Picture winner right there.
That's true.
And then the year before, Parasite wins, which that one we kind of felt was like pandering because it won Best Foreign Film and Best Picture, but it's the only foreign film to be nominated for Best Picture. So it's like, well, it's going to win. Right. When you had 1917, Ford vs. Ferrari, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and The Irishman all up against that. You know, all those movies were fantastic. You know, several of those I'll watch again, you know.
Oh, 100%.
But, and Parasite was amazing. I loved it. But
I think Parasite definitely deserved it, you know? Like, and that's where they kind of...
Yeah, it didn't feel disingenuous, but it did feel very clear that it's like, well, we got to give it to somebody so that people stop asking us why it's just Hollywood movies we nominate for Best Picture.
Right, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Get off our backs!
It's just, it's convenient because it was trending, you know? It was trending, therefore you just happened to give it to... And it's like, again, they deserved it, and that's good, but why didn't you even consider a film like this before, you know? Or why do you hardly ever do it, you know? That's what it was.
Exactly.
And then the year that everybody clamors about it, you
give in right away. They fold so quickly.
Again, to a great movie.
Next year, the Oscars, they're going to have bouncers in front of the stage.
Yeah.
That's what they're going to do.
That's right. That's right.
Then what? You got the year before that, Shape of Water wins Best Picture. I didn't think it was the Best Picture.
Oh, really?
I didn't think it was the Best Picture. I think Get Out should have won, personally.
Yeah.
Because it was up against 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri, The Post, Phantom Thread, Lady Bird, Get Out, Dunkirk, and Darkest Hour, which honestly, those movies could just be a two-parter because it's the same story. It's just two different sides of it.
Right.
You got the front in Dunkirk, and you got Winston Churchill for The Darkest Hour, but they're talking about the same event.
The same thing,
yeah. Call Me By Your Name, which...
Sam.
That's not your name. Sam. I called you by my name.
Yes, that's what I said.
But Shape of Water was really good, but I don't think better than Get Out.
Dude, you don't like the Creature from the Black Lagoon getting his fuck on?
My favorite part of it was her describing how his crotch works, being like this.
Yes, that
amazing.
Was well done.
That's called great imagery.
That's classic fish stick.
Classic fish stick.
100%. It's a Kanye.
But yeah, you look at these movies, and then what? Moonlight was up against La La Land, Hell or High Water, Fences, Arrival, Hacksaw Ridge, Hidden Figures, Lion, Manchester by the Sea. A lot of bummers that year.
Yeah.
A lot of bummers.
What was that, 17?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a tough year.
And fucking year before was the one that really, that's where I tapped out of the Oscars.
Oh, okay.
Because Spotlight beat Bridge of Spies, which I haven't seen, but I've heard very good things. Brooklyn, didn't really hear about that. Mad Max Fury Road. Room, which...
Let's go Brie.
Go Brie. She won her Oscar for that. The Big Short, The Martian, The Revenant. All right? Mad Max, The Big Short, and The Revenant, all three of those were better than Spotlight. Because that's the thing. The Big Short... It's a true story, but the how it happened is what the movie's about. Spotlight, the thing is about that is that everybody knows the end of that movie because the Catholic Church got exposed. Everybody knows the end of that movie right away. So the how isn't so important.
But dude, Liev Schreiber.
Dude.
Fucking Mark Ruffalo.
Dude. Fucking Mikey Keats.
They're all in it.
Rachel McCads.
Rachel McCads.
Dude, that would be us at the Oscars. We would just be giving people the dumbest fucking nicknames. Like last night, I came up with for Denzel Washington. I'd be like, shout out, Denzy Dubs. Give it up for Denzy Dubs, everybody.
We would have to host it with Don Cheadle,
dude. We would force him.
To the dance floor,
Force him
boys.
to say, welcome to the dance floor, boys.
just as it goes.
Like, hey, Don, can you from fellow Coloradans, can you just give us one good welcome to the dance floor, boys?
Welcome to the dance floor, boys.
Yeah.
What if he just hit it like that?
Exactly.
He's a
like
massive fan of the
you hear the
podcast.
repulsor charge too. Like he just carries
He puts
around
up on his phone.
Yeah,
Like, that's what he does.
like because that's what that sounds like is like one of the crystals for a flash.
Welcome to the dance floor, boys.
Yeah.
So he just has like a flash camera. It's like, welcome to the dance floor, boys.
Oh, fuck, I missed it.
Damn it.
On stage.
Fuck.
See, we need to make it happen, man.
Yeah. No,
Dude.
the Oscars are just out.
I
to
think
lunch.
this episode's just DMT reviews the Oscars, man.
Well,
I feel like there's more to say.
there's
Is
more to say.
Is there? I
Do
don't
you
know.
believe so? Because I don't know. I think I kind of ran out of
Yeah.
steam
Yeah,
right when you were like, we could keep going.
Yeah, I have literally nothing to say about the Oscars, so
I'm over it. I mean,
just saw we're
otherwise
almost-
I could just go through each year and just be like, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I saw we were closer to 40 minutes than not, and I was like, I mean, that's
Wow.
basically the episode.
You know,
Hey, it's all right. I love it. I love it.
I mean, we have a movie we'll review.
Listen, man, it is your passion for it is what's exciting, because it
Well,
means
this is
something
like
to you,
listening
you know?
to DMT, Don't Miss This Podcast, when you're going off about the Bengals.
Exactly. And
Any sort of sports, really.
But also, it's it's one of those things where you expect something from it, and I think you have a good point about it. I think it has the Oscars have, and again,
Well, it's really what I said before. It's like a microcosm for everything that's wrong in Hollywood right now, where it's just so much over self-aggrandizing. It's never taking into account what the audience really wants.
Mm-hmm.
It's never taking into account it's always pandering something. There's always some sort of self-righteousness, up their own ass with their own speeches, all this shit. And it's like, it's such a fucking circle jerk of a night. And
Yeah.
I get invested every fucking year.
I ask, would you have been happy if Dune had won?
No,
It wouldn't have felt authentic.
it wouldn't.
What about the fact that the Snyder Cut got an Oscar?
It didn't win an Oscar. All right. Okay. So I don't know what this was because I only glanced up and caught the final two entries. I think it was top 5 action sequences of the year. So it's not like they're going to give an award. They're just going to give recognition to 5 action sequences. Number 2, I look up 3 Spider-Men teaming up.
Is that how far into the fight? Is it like the whole end action sequence, or is it just them swinging?
Well, for what they showed,
Oh, okay.
they showed them swinging, like when they got on the same page. So that part. And then number 1, Flash enters the Speed Force from the Snyder Cut. What? Are you serious right now?
Like, do you count that as a movie?
No.
I guess you have to.
I guess you have to, but 1, it wasn't released in theaters, and 2, the one that got released in theaters, this movie was an overcorrection, making up for that train wreck, that dumpster fire of a fucking film. Which TNT, because basketball and everything, they'll play basketball games, and then afterwards, TNT's just been on a tear of playing DCEU movies.
Oh my God.
Last night, Wonder Woman was on, but one night they put Justice League on,
Nice.
and it was the scene where Superman wakes up, and I was just like, I haven't watched this since the Snyder Cut, and wow, is this a different fucking scene? Completely different.
Oh, I know.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy how you could watch both of those movies, and it's like they're the same, but totally different.
Like
movies.
the Oscars should be an opportunity to like talk about this shit. You know what I mean? More people. Here's Oscars. You want more people to watch this? Talk about superhero movies. Talk about movies that like everybody liked. You don't even have to give them awards. Just like do fun things. Discuss the movies. I don't know. Make it feel like you don't say that. Make it feel like you don't disrespect the things that we as like regular people enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I always come back to this with like the arguments against Marvel movies, but even like Transformers movies, any shitty movie that still gets like a big release and stuff like that, even if it's even if it's like a huge China release, right? Listen, there are billions and billions of people on this earth that work really fucking hard, and you benefit more often than not off their labor, right? Whether it's hardworking Americans, Chinese people, or anybody on this planet who goes to see a movie, and the movies that succeed in the box office are a place for people to escape and have fun. And that's what I think movies should be. LA and Hollywood can create all these incredible, prestigious awards, but don't broadcast it like you're saying this is the right way. This is what movies should be, right? This is what it, I get it. You're giving recommendations and you're celebrating a lot of things that a lot of people liked. But on the flip side, you're basically saying, because it's supposed to be
what it is.
It's supposed to be a celebration of the year that was in film, but you basically scoff at the movies that most people saw, talked about, and liked. You know what I mean? And then you say, we know the good ones, check these out. This one is the best one. Even if you don't like it, it's still the best movie that was made this year, you know?
Okay, so this is what it was. The top 5 cheer-worthy moments, and it wasn't just from movies last year. So number 5, bullet time in The Matrix, you know, doing that. And then number 4, from Dreamgirls. And I am telling you, I'm not going. I don't know what that movie is. I know it's got Jamie Foxx.
Never heard of it.
Number 3, Avengers Assemble. Avengers Endgame.
That's cool.
It's number 2, 3 Spider-Man team up. No Way Home. Number 1, The Flash enters the Speed Force. That's the number 1 cheer-worthy moment of since 1997.
See, like that. This is why they shouldn't even talk. Okay, never mind. Don't talk about this because you don't know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, we need to start a separate Oscars and call them like call them.
This is what the article says. The introduction of this category and the winners were met with bewilderment. The reveal of the Flash entering the Speed Force as the most cheer-worthy movie moment left people a little confused, to say the least. To the Academy, this is not how you stay relevant.
Yeah, sorry, fuck that. Take back everything I said. That's what that people should do. Is we should start
this
another
is great. A sarcastic one. It goes, not a day goes by that I don't think of when the Flash enters the Speed Force.
Oh my god,
dude, that is dumb.
Again, and it's a movie that everybody watched at home.
Yeah.
Everybody watched it alone in their house.
And probably in 5 separate chunks, as it was split up into.
Because it was 4.5 hours.
Yeah, it is a half of a workday to watch that film.
Most people were confused because of its release. Like, we're in the small minority that was like, fuck yeah, let's go. And clearly that's a big enough minority to keep it going.
They were like, didn't that movie come out, though?
But, like, most people, if you talk to them, were like, hey, is it Justice League 2? Oh, no, it's the same movie.
It's the same movie, but different.
It's the original one they were going to release, but then this whole thing happened and they did a different version. But now they're re-releasing the original version, but they're not going to go forward with that original version. And it has the most cheer-worthy moment of all time in it. If you
I would
watch
put
it,
Avengers Assemble there.
I would put Marvel movie moments in all 5 of those slots.
Oh, yeah. Well, you would get the circle shot from Avengers. You get even Iron Man 3. All the Iron Man suits flying up.
Thor landing in Wakanda.
Yep, Thor landing in Wakanda. You know, you get Thor charging into the mist. That's probably the best moment from that movie.
Yep.
Taking down Malekith with the nails.
That's right.
Takes him down with nails.
The return of
not a hammer, the nails.
The return of T'Challa after he is resurrected and he comes back and the thing comes down and the music plays and then after he destroys his ship and then he fights rhinos. Dude, what does the Flash do? He gets hurt when he's in the Speed Force or whatever.
I mean, it's a great fucking scene.
It really is.
It really was the coolest part of that movie, but also not the top cheer moment of any movie, I think.
Like, I would say
it was slow-mo. How are you cheering for an entirely slow-motion movie?
Yeah! Let's go!
Yeah, you see this everybody slowly coming back to life and everything, and you're just like,
yes!
Dude,
yes!
I can't stop cheering!
Give me more! Give it!
I can't stop cheering! See, Winston's even excited. That's Winston's top cheer moment.
That's true.
But no, that was the dumbest motherfucking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Especially now knowing the bottom 3 entries.
Yeah, I feel like the Oscars are in a tough spot right now. I feel like this evening actually probably
could be the last Oscar.
It could kill them. I could see it. Yeah, I could see just like between how like unexceptional the response is and the just extreme, like the most extreme reaction to the Oscars this year was violence.
Yeah.
Like that I think will really perturb them.
Like let's turn to Twitter. If we're gonna turn the whole episode into it, I got some tweets that I gotta read you, dude. And for one, Tom Segura is pissed.
Is he?
Yeah.
What's Tom mad about?
Chris
getting
getting slapped. Well, he's the first to start here because this was big.
Give me the Twitterverse.
It was big. So you got the Academy tweets. The Academy does not condone violence of any form. Tonight we are delighted to celebrate our 94th Academy Award winners who deserve this moment of recognition from their peers and movie lovers around the world. Tom Segura quotes it. He goes, LOL, you fully endorsed it. Fuck Will Smith. With that emoji. And then he goes, fuck Will Smith's candy ass smacking a dude 4 inches shorter and 50 pounds lighter. He's just in his feelings because his bald-headed bitch been fucking around on him for years and he takes it. We all know who he wishes he could slap. Hashtag cuck Will.
There we go.
Yeah, and then someone tweets him, a white man should not be speaking like this. And he goes, LOL, chupa me la pinga. Because he's not fully white. He's
Peruvian.
He's Peruvian. Yeah, but then someone goes, white comedians jumping out heavy with racism today. It's fucking nuts. He goes, where's the racism? This is about a comedian and a bitch. But like really a lot of people got on it. Like Dave Portnoy, he tweets.
Like it's such a weird thing to call racist because like
it's black on black violence.
right, and like it's just so it's like if you're saying that you are
it's saying that if you have any opinion about what any black person or
Right.
person of color says, you're racist or does, and it's just like no, I have an opinion on people's actions.
We need to live in an equal society, but we cannot talk about people that look different than us because it is going to be it's going to hurt everybody's feelings. Okay, I hate it.
Yeah. Well, Dave Portnoy he quoted a tweet where somebody slow mode the slap. And he goes, I'm analyzing the fuck out of this. Deep dive type stuff. The slow motion slap seems to show Chris moving his face before contact. Confirmed fake, I think. And I'm like, I tweeted back to him, I'm like, wouldn't you move your face when you see a hand coming up?
Who said that?
Dave Portnoy, Barstool Sports. Would you move your face if you saw a hand coming up? Reflexes, baby. That got 12 likes so far.
There we go. There we go.
Reflexes, baby.
Sammy B's back on Twitter, baby.
Yeah, Will Smith brought me back to Twitter. What's that?
What other comedians is there?
We got Whitney Cummings. I mean, it's amazing that Twitter attacking comedians for making jokes here about last night don't see that they're doing the same shit Will Smith did last night. When people take jokes literally, society is over.
Go with it.
Yep.
Love it. Love it.
What's this?
Did Jesselnick say anything?
Let's see.
I feel like he'd have a wisecrack.
Let's see. Anthony Jeselnik.
Or maybe he's like, oh, it's too popular. No?
Nope. He hasn't been on Twitter since the 17th.
JRVB.
I
saw Mark Maron and Annie Letterman did like a fake version of it on Instagram. Like he slapped her and then she slapped him.
Really?
And they just like impersonated it but went way over the top.
That's really funny.
Which means they were like just like in the Comedy Store and they probably like seen it on and they're just like hanging out and they just start making that video.
Yeah.
That's just how crazy it is. It's like it happened down the street. People who were not there, but working and in the area, see it on the phone. Boom, their video goes viral. Boom, tons of other people see it. Boom, boom, boom. Will Smith's fucked.
Yeah. Well, you got this one from @Cooper Co. I don't know who this is. Not a famous person. Will Smith saying
Cooper Cup?
No, it's not. Unfortunately, it would be nice to have Cooper Cup's input on
Cooper
this.
Cup would be
Super Bowl winner.
It's LA, He's good. It's his
Right?
territory.
He's there.
Yeah.
This person goes, Will Smith saying he wants to be a vessel for love. He said that in his acceptance speech. I just want to be this vessel for love. And it's like 15 minutes after hitting a guy live on international TV and then getting a standing ovation is just an incredible summation of what Hollywood's all about.
Yeah.
What is this one? Brian Simpson. To be fair, an abusive man winning a prestigious award 10 minutes later is peak Hollywood. Brad Williams. I got in one little fight and the Academy got scared and he said, we're giving you an Oscar, but go home back to Bel Air. Then Sean O'Connor. I hate when God tells me to slap the shit out of Chris Rock. One of the 3 most annoying things God tells me to do. Josh Denny. I think it's safe to say that the Oscars are officially no longer too white. Bobby Lee. The Oscars are back, baby! Sam Morrill. Between Rock and Zelensky, comedians are cool under pressure. Jim Norton. At this point, Will Smith being a cuck is the only thing I truly respect about it. Whitney Cummings. Feels like an exchange should have been a DM. And then Mark Norman. Thank God Chris Rock didn't take a shot at Alec Baldwin. That one's the best.
Yeah, that's good.
Mine was, where the fuck was Will Smith to defend me 10 years ago when I started balding? What has Will Smith done for me lately other than piss me off in the Suicide Squad? Not the Suicide Squad.
See, Jada's in an interesting place, right? Because Jada's got, again, one of the most famous people on the planet by the balls.
Yeah.
Like, clearly by the balls, right? And, like, has him doing whatever she wants, has the family, and now the world, like, knows all the dirty secrets, right? At least enough to, like, well, one, they're super relevant again, so that's going to be huge. I think they're going to benefit off this, honestly. I don't think there will be, like, consequences. I think they'll become a lot more famous. I think Will Smith and, well, all of them are going to get a lot more hate, but they'll also become more famous again because of it, because it's not like the Smiths weren't famous, but, like, they've been around for so long that they kind of hit this spot where it's just, like, you know their name. You know that Jada's fucking everybody, and, well, that's the other side of it. She can fuck anybody she wants. And, like, it's open, and, I mean, it's like, what does she care, right?
Yeah.
At this point, what does she care? She is the queen of L.A. She's got it.
Yeah.
She's got this down.
Pretty much.
Forget Jeremy Renner. Jada Pinkett Smith runs the Oscars now.
Yeah, pretty much.
She got it at a discount after that.
Yeah. Oh, my
The
God.
stock is rising.
Pretty much. And it's pretty great to see. That,
Gloria the hippo from Madagascar.
I know, right?
Just making waves.
Making waves.
Because again, yes, Will Smith is the wave, but she is Poseidon. She called upon it, right? She stuck her trident into the center of Atlantis, and boom, the world changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I just don't see this going any better for Will.
No, but again, I think he just won an Oscar and everybody's talking about him. And I think people in LA just, like, if they're getting talked about and, like, it's not like,
Oh yeah, it is. Like, that's why they say, you know, any publicity is good publicity.
right. I mean, like, even if it's like super,
Well, that's what Evan Johnson, Denver comic, said on Facebook. He goes, yeah, the publicity of this slap was wasted on Chris Rock.
that's pretty good.
I'm like, yeah, that's pretty fucking true, because, like, of all the people, it's like Chris Rock, everybody knows.
Everybody
anyway.
knows, yeah. Well, I mean, and now, yeah, is Chris Rock a hero, you know? Because he's,
Yeah.
but also he has, it's kind of like, it's this weird situation where, like, in basketball, you don't want to be the guy that, like, Michael Jordan dunked on in the poster, right? A bunch of kids had you in their room with Michael Jordan's balls right in your eyes as he slammed a ball that was going to fall right on your dome afterward, right?
Yeah.
But Chris Rock is kind of in a similar spot where forever there will be an image of him just getting, you know, which, like, nobody wants that, right? But on the flip side, he's the hero.
The meme
right?
treatments have been outrageous.
He's kind of like the monk that caught himself on fire, but it wasn't really an act of, like,
Oh no, he didn't do it
self-defiance.
himself. It wasn't a. It
But
wasn't
he
a.
did, though, at the same time.
He's a martyr, but he wasn't committing martyrdom. You know, that's the thing.
It's kind of like Jesus, where he's just like, "Oh shit, now we're going this way." You know?
So I will turn the other cheek.
Yeah, well, he handled it like a champ, man. He really did. You know, he just said, you know, he's like, keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth. He's like, I will.
I
man.
will, man. Jeez.
All right, I didn't know.
It's a G.I. Jane joke.
Yeah. I mean, like, Will had to have felt like an idiot after that, right? You got to imagine he didn't feel like that heat and that rage. He just was like, "Oh fuck, what am I going to say?"
You want to watch
now?
his acceptance speech?
Yeah, because I
Let's
haven't
do
seen it yet.
Yeah, let's do it. Because it's pretty wild that this is what he says after he just slapped a man 15 minutes ago.
Ay, ay, ay.
You know, and I just don't see it being great.
No, yeah.
Acceptox.
Acceptox?
Acceptox. Turn that down. I'll tell you when to turn it back up in about 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. There.
And the Oscar goes to...
Like, watch how Sam Jackson greets him. It's almost as if he's been wanting to slap Chris Rock this whole time. Look at that. My man.
Oh, man. Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family.
It's all women. See, now, that's the divide.
Yeah. Well, because you would have heard a roaring
this
applause.
Right.
Yeah.
Time in my life, in this moment, I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and be in this world.
A cock.
Making this film, I got to protect Ingenue Ellis, who was one of the strongest, most delicate people I've ever met.
That's an oxymoron.
I got to protect
Strong and delicate are mutually exclusive terms.
Sanaya and Demi, the two actresses that played Venus and Serena.
Oh, you can tell it's just all in his head. He's scrambling, man.
He has no clue what
I'm
he's
being
saying.
called on in my life to love
Just
people
took the Oscar and slapped it out of his hand.
and to protect people and to be a
kill
river
Chris
to my
Rock.
people.
He looks like Anthony Mackie there.
And I
A
know
little bit.
to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you. In this business, you got to be able to
and then you
have
hit them immediately.
people
Like,
disrespecting you.
so I hit them.
And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay. But Richard Williams, and what I loved, thank you, D. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
What are you talking about, man?
He's acknowledging that he's assaulted somebody.
It's like, I want to be a vessel for love. I want to say thank you to Venus and
some
Serena.
technical
I just spit.
difficulty.
I hope they didn't see that on TV.
What did you
I want to say
spit?
thank
Yeah,
you
that's
to
what he said.
Venus and Serena and the entire Williams family for entrusting me with your
See, the
story.
Oscars should never have technical
That's what I want to do. I
Like,
want to be an ambassador
It's the industry.
of that kind of love and care and concern. I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees.
Or
This is a beautiful moment, and I'm not crying for winning an award. It's not about winning an award for me. It's about
hitting someone.
being able to shine light on all of the people, Tim and Trevor and Zach and Sanaya and Demi and Ingenue and the entire cast and crew of King Richard and Venus and Serena, the entire Williams family.
You're crying because you know the world hates you right now. He knows what the internet's doing.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way he doesn't
can't
know.
look up,
Yeah.
man.
And
He's just looking down.
Art imitates life. I look like the crazy father, just like they said. I look like crazy father, just like they said about Richard Williams.
You look like a cock.
But love will make you do crazy things.
Jada's like, there we go. That's right. Keep
To
reading.
my mother,
Keep reading.
You're doing good
a lot of
for
this
now.
moment is
You
really
practice. You're
complicated
good for now.
me, but
Good.
to my
practice this.
mother.
I'll only suck August stick tonight. I won't
She didn't
fuck
want to
him.
come out. She's had her knitting friend. She has a knitting crew that she's in Philly watching with. Being able to love and care for my mother and my family, my wife. I'm taking up too much time.
They're not even playing him off.
It's just
Thank
too
you
uncomfortable.
for
Nobody knows what to
this
do, yeah.
honor. Thank you for this moment, and thank you on behalf of Richard and Oracene, the entire Williams family. Thank you. Hope the Academy invites me back. Thank you.
And he laughs.
So basically, here's the thing with, because again, I can't get that mad at Will because it's so obvious the source material behind it, right? And this is where like the whole respecting your woman thing, right? Totally right. Respect your wife, all that. Like defend her if she's being like accosted and whatnot. And even if that's too much, you talk to Chris Rock after that and you say, you never say that shit about my wife again. Okay. Listen, man, that crossed a line.
Yeah,
Because
that's
I heard
something
she
you
has
handle personally, not on the largest stage.
Doesn't she have
Alopecia.
Alopecia.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like if she said like, yeah, boom. And that's how you handle it in comedies. You make the comedian, because you slapped him and you guaranteed this is a thing forever. If you pulled him aside afterward and had a conversation, it goes away. Chris Rock probably respects Schumacher. Who knows? I don't know how it goes, but it doesn't become this, right? And all these people saying, oh my God, you know, standing up for your wife and whatnot, you know, respecting your woman. How disrespectful has Jada Pinkett Smith been to Will Smith?
That's what everybody's saying.
How disrespectful has she been to
all
him for his
of their
whole
lives,
life?
their personal lives on blast, telling all of the shit that he's done and throwing him under the bus, and then making herself seem like the saint in this matter. When also, I mean, like he was sleeping around too.
Sure,
but she's just like, oh, I'm not gonna say these entanglements and.
Well, even then, I just like
who said that.
I don't know. Why are we defending two people who are unfaithful to each other, who haven't been very respectful to each other in public, with children that have like had problems?
The
and
most
stuff like
out
that?
to lunch.
Like, and I don't know. It's just it's one of those things where
yeah, it seems like the divide is between the people who are like, that was immature, you handle that differently,
right,
and the people who are just like, yeah, you stand up for your woman,
right,
like that. You know, a lot of women are like on his side, you know, just being like, yeah, that's what my man should be doing, and it's like, well, your man's gonna land himself in fucking jail. Right. They don't have Will Smith money, man.
Listen, at this point in society, if you hit somebody, it could ruin your life.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And for good reason. Why do we need to hit people? Exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you got Mike Birbiglia. He goes, people have a funny way of trying to be a vessel for love. And then Josh Denny, yeah, he's a comedian. He gets into a lot of Twitter beefs. You know, he is right leaning and all this stuff, and he does push it. He goes against the grain for sure. But he goes, a lot of people ask me, as a comedian, what would you have done in Chris Rock's shoes? And he goes, as Will Smith walks away, I'd have said, maybe she'd have her hair if it weren't for all those entanglements. Josh Denny, shout out. Then he goes, then I would have said, good luck tonight in your category, and don't forget to bring your checkbook to the after party, you stupid bitch.
I don't know. It's definitely, I don't know. I think it's more complicated than it needs to be. I think it's somebody struck somebody on international television because somebody made a joke that upset their loved one, and like shit like that happens all the time at comedy clubs, but like you don't go and hit somebody at a comedy club, right? I feel like so much of it was about Will Smith also trying to still be Will Smith. Like she was like, you need to do something about that. And he was like, well, everybody loves me. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to hit him. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. It's going to show how tough I am. And then, seeing
Here's
him
been
tower.
my thing about Will Smith for a while now is that he hasn't been relevant for a while.
This King Richard
like,
was the
Hancock and I Am Legend was really around the time where it was like,
yeah.
Because after that, he did 7 Pounds, which was a drama movie.
Yeah, this is pretty big.
Men in Black 3. Yeah, it was pretty big. Men in Black 3, which, is a sequel, but it didn't do as good as the first two.
No.
And then After Earth with him and Jaden
Right,
and
yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan. That was terrible. He was the ESPN reporter at the end of Anchorman 2. Winter's Tale was terrible. That's why you never heard of it. Focus with... pretty sure it's Margot Robbie. Concussion, which for a movie that's about a pretty big issue, nobody gave a shit about it.
It's true.
Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
Collateral Beauty, I haven't heard anything about that. Bright, it's a very popcorny movie. And then Aladdin, Student of the Year 2, I guess a special appearance, whatever. And then Gemini Man, where he's playing twins, but that movie was in development hell for like 15 years.
Right.
Spies in Disguise with Tom Holland. Bad Boys for Life, which nobody saw, even though Bad Boys is a huge household franchise.
It's one of his biggest things.
He'll do sequels to stuff that has long passed.
Yeah, it's like 20 years.
And then King Richard.
Yeah.
So like he's been doing like hardly anything for 8 years or no longer, like 14 years, the better part of 14 years. He's been doing like barely anything.
Yeah.
So what's up? What's the deal?
It's a tough situation to be in. Yeah. It's a strange reality. I woke up to it this morning, but like you experienced it last night. Again, not even 24 hours ago, this happened. And we did an entire podcast on it.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Well, hey, Bob Odenkirk, nobody. We'll get to you.
Yeah.
We'll get to you. Trust me, we loved you.
If Will Smith hadn't slapped Chris Rock, we would have been talking about Bobby Oates.
I don't even know if we would have brought up the Oscars. You might have done a little rant at the beginning, who knows?
I would have probably done just the breakdown of being like, I called Coda, dude.
Bada bing, bada boom.
This is how the Oscars go. That's it.
We would have been talking about Lost Fight.
The slap scene around the world.
Man, it rocked everybody's boat, Everybody's got their takes.
Everybody's got takes.
It's great. Well, that's I think the big reason that like the thing with like Ukraine is like obviously there's the people that are for some reason supporting Putin for whatever the reasons are, right? We all know those are clowns, right? We all know to kind of ignore those people and focus on the real situation of it, right? Like it's a very black and white situation here where it's like we need to take this seriously. Lives are being lost, all this different stuff. This, we can all have a take. We can all make a joke. We can all have something to say about it. We can all change the narrative of it, right? Like, it's just, it's water cooler talk, right? And yet I feel like the ripples of it will be, and this is just living in the 21st century now, the ripples of water cooler talk, I think, will be extraordinary. I think it's just everybody has a voice, whether it be social media or just talking, being more, open to speaking to the world through the internet. And they, like people listen and people react and people make decisions based on those reactions. Right. And like, I just wonder like if this will still be a thing in June. Actually, it probably won't. Cause like I thought Alec Baldwin shooting somebody and killing them was going to be a much bigger deal, but like, now it's just a joke post slap. You know what I mean? Like just kind of fucked up, but like also it's the world we live in, I guess. So take back everything I just said. Scratch it from the record. This is going to be nothing in a week.
Yeah.
Except Will Smith. Yeah. He'll feel this.
It'll just be memed forever.
I just feel like there's going to be a lot of people that meet him now. And like everybody that's met Will Smith is like, oh my God, you're Will Smith. Like I've been waiting my whole life to meet you. I'm such a big fan. This, Bad Boys is my favorite movie, whatever. iRobot. I live by that, right? People love iRobot. But now, like, I don't know, probably 50% of those people maybe not 50, that's a big number, but quite a few of those people will just come up to him and be like, what the fuck, man? What was that all about, huh?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to hit every one of those people?
100%.
He's just accosting America and no consequences.
Chris Rock declines to file police report after Will Smith's slap.
Yeah, I don't think.
No, he's not.
It doesn't need to go to that, Yeah, it's definitely. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Every police officer now knows. Like,
yeah,
if something needs to be done, it will be done swiftly. But again, I don't know. Will Smith's kind of untouchable.
Yeah. Well, I guess Chris Rock did make fun of her, Jada back in 2016 for boycotting the Oscars.
Mm-hmm.
This was his joke. Jada boycotting the Oscars is like me boycotting Rihanna's panties. I wasn't invited. Oh, my God.
That's pretty good. What do you think, Sam? Hot takes. Give them to me.
Hot takes. I'm trying to find more tweets. Twitter's useless when you're trying to find stuff.
Sure. Yeah, you just got to like see the feed.
Yeah.
You have to feed off it, Sammy.
Yeah. Feed. Oh my God, Timothée Chalamet just rewrote the Oscars dress code.
Oh my God.
The Dune star turned out on the red carpet wearing a sequined Louis Vuitton suit without even the suggestion of a shirt underneath his jacket. Okay.
He's too skinny. I guess that's why he can get away with that. Is because nobody notices the difference between a white T-shirt and his body.
Yeah, invite Burt Kreischer to the Oscars. See how that plays out for you.
I'm telling you, dude, there needs to be like a fun Oscars, like about comedy and about, action movies and about fucking all the things nobody talks about.
Yeah, because the best you get is MTV Awards and People's Choice Awards. Right. Snooze!
Right.
Jack, let's start the DMT Awards.
Let's do it. I'm into it.
DMT Awards. And this year for biggest hits, you got, what? What was like a number one song last year? I don't know. I just know that there's a...
'Cause I'm happy, clap along.
Dude, no. Dude, and that song, when like, we're cleaning up the bar, we'll like have the jukebox on, it'll play like the same songs. Every time Happy comes on, I pay $1 to turn it off. I put on a different song. I pay $1. I give Pharrell Williams money to not hear that fucking song, which won an Academy Award.
Yep. Clap along if you.
It's forced. It's forced. I don't give a fuck if you're happy. Don't force it. Be happy or shut the fuck up. No, Jack, enough.
Classic, dude. The Oscars
classic,
slap, dude. Literally.
The Oscars fucking slop, bro.
Yeah, they slap.
Yeah, they fucking slop.
That's their new tagline.
Yeah.
The Oscars, we slap.
It's like next year, it's like somebody gets lit on fire. The Oscars are lit, dude.
Literally.
Yeah, like somebody's just like waiting for somebody to make an off the color joke about them, and they just get a Molotov cocktail, smash it on their head.
It's like, wow, this is escalating.
You just see somebody on stage just like, like the Oscars. It's lit, fam. Yeah, let's create the DMT Awards.
I'm into it.
All right, let's nominate the best pictures of 2021. So, and the nominees are Spider-Man: No Way Home, Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, Venom: Let There Be Carnage.
Venom, venom,
Venom,
venom.
venom, 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 venom.
Thanks, Marshall.
What else came out last year?
I mean, let's put the Batman in there, Sam.
The Batman. Because The Dark Knight never got nominated.
There we go, because it's an obligation. Now, what else came? What else came out?
I was gonna say like the top movies of 2021. And I type in T, and the first thing that comes up is the worst shot in Alien, because I wanted to find the shot from that movie where it's at the very end where he turns after killing Yaphet Kotto, and he's turning, and it's like he's just sort of like walking and waving his arms, and his hands like look like this. It's the worst shot in the whole movie, and I just tried to see if somebody else felt that opinion. And so,
did they agree?
no, I could not find it.
Hands down, the worst.
Don't give me videos when I want a list.
Give me a video.
Oh, it's because I am in videos.
Sammy. What do you think?
Well, Dune. We got to nominate Dune.
Oh, yes.
All right. So those are. Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up.
Mm-hmm.
Free Guy.
6.
Yeah. We'll do 8. We're not
Okay.
going to get stupid like the Oscars.
I like it.
What else came out? Zack Snyder's Justice League, I guess.
That's how you know it's an awesome show.
And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. I'm
let's
trying
just
to think.
let's
Where's that? Wait, it's Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Don't Look
Venom,
Up, Venom,
Dune,
and what's the one we just said?
Snyder Cut. Snyder Cut.
Yeah. There's 6.
Let's keep it there.
Okay, I'm into it.
And the award goes to Spider-Man No Way Home by a landslide.
That was Will Smith.
Yeah. Spider-Man No Way Home by a landslide.
Yeah.
Best actor, Andrew Garfield for Spider-Man No Way Home. Best actor in a supporting role.
Give me a break.
Yeah, no, we could do that.
Yeah.
Let's do our own awards show next year.
F&A cotton.
Hell yeah,
There
dude.
we go.
And we'll do like Golden Globes. We'll go TV as well.
Mm-hmm. We have to.
It's all very exciting.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'm out of steam, man. I
Yeah.
can only rant and talk shit on Will Smith so much.
Well, you did a good job. You got an hour 15 in. So
That's an episode.
That is.
That's a sub.
That's 100%.
That's a sub.
It's DMT Reviews the Oscars.
Yeah, it's the Oscar Slaptacular.
Yeah. Oh my God. I had no idea we were doing this morning.
No.
We had no idea we were doing this when we sat down.
No.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I thought I was going to go for like 15 minutes and then we were going to get into the review, but
Hey, it happens.
it gets me fired up, man.
Hey, man, we ain't in no rush. We chilling. This is relevant, dude. Remember, we're producing relevant content.
Relevant content.
That's right.
All about relevant content.
It's all about relevant content.
Anyway. Before we overstay our welcome, we become irrelevant.
Amused. F&A cotton. Uniform.
Yeah, that's my project for this upcoming week is to get the board all squared away.
Ooh, there we go.
Give you just one button presses for the tracks, so you don't have to worry about the order of the music.
I ain't no fucking bitch, chef. I don't give a fuck.
There we go.
That's a double press.
The Black Panther.
Should have won Best Picture.
Should have won Best Picture.
Still Best Costumes.
Fucking ridiculous, dude.
Fucking ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Fucking ridiculous. Anyway, that'll do it for us over here at DMT. Don't miss this pot. No, not that.
Oh.
It just felt like that.
Yeah, that's right.
DMT Reviews.
That was the vibe. But yeah, DMT Reviews.
We didn't even do an intro. We just went into it.
That's true.
I got hot at the top. Yeah, just play both of the songs at the same time, Jack. This is gonna be chaos. having you run the board like this irresponsibly. Anyway, like, rate, subscribe. Go check out DMT Studios. We got Sketcheroos coming out on that, as well as the Color Plaid comedy. Keep an eye out for that on all the socials.
Every
Color Plaid.
Friday,
Yep.
baby.
Fridays is our days. Go ahead and check out DMT Don't Miss This podcast every Thursday. This every Monday. Then, of course, episode of DMT Table Reads Unexplainable.
Always out there.
Always there.
Always
check
there.
it out. And for any of you in the Academy listening, who are you?
Yeah.
What are you?
Give us your information. We'd love to talk
Let's
to you.
dox the Academy. Okay, this is what it is. The Academy, Academy members is limited to film artists working in the production of theatrically released motion pictures. The Academy has 17 branches for the crafts ranging from actors to writers, and the members at large category to accommodate individuals who work in motion picture production but do not fit into one of the branches. The requirements for each branch and category can be found by clicking here. How? The Academy membership process is by sponsorship, not application. Candidates must be sponsored by 2 Academy members from the branch to which the candidate seeks admission. So, it's just a fucking...
Yeah. See, people that are working and like making shit don't have time to do that.
No.
You know, like that's it's like if you need like all those people and all that, it's just like, yeah, okay, you're clearly not making shit anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe.
Oh, additionally, Academy Award nominees are automatically considered for membership and do not require sponsors.
Oh.
So all of these people could be just nominating and giving each other the award.
Seriously. It's just a buddy club.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh man, fucking.
It's a real butt rubbing.
Yep.
It's rubbing butts.
Sam loves to rub butts.
Dude, that's how you network, dude.
So you get the friction.
You butt rub to get networking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, that'll do it for us here. Take it sleazy, Mary McCheesy. Love you guys. Just slapjack.